Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Chowing on my last bit of oatmeal here. Bedhead, bedbeard, thus the hat, and staticky beard. Gotta love it. Good music and og here this morning. Alright, welcome to the latest Morning with Coffee stream in Lotro. It is March 11th, 2021. I'm Tim Anderson, aka Renfail, and we are continuing the adventures of Telimar the Loremaster here in Lord of the Rings Online. We are in the early parts of Book 3, which is Allies of the King. We're currently running around gathering up all of the Dunedain, the Grey Company, so that they can ride south with Aragorn to Isengard and Rohan. Now, I did a little bit of running around yesterday. In between the first video for this series and this video, I think I took care of 2 of the other rangers. In Esseldin, I guess I did 3 of them. I did Esseldin. Why am I blanking on the name? Evendom. Herp derp. Esseldin, Evendom, and Forochel. And this morning we are here in Oghair, and we have been told. Let's look at the quest journal here. Lothrandir has sent you to speak with Coronir, a ranger who has lived for many years in the settlement of Oghair. And Coronir said that Goledir has gone off to do some crazy stuff, so we got to go rescue him. So that's what we're doing this morning. Let's see here. It is 6:40 a.m. this Thursday morning. Here in about an hour and a half, the next Project Drummond post goes live on Patreon. And today is a post that dives into the concept art that Chris has done on the brownie dwellings. I've got a couple of the images posted up here. I'm going to grab the other one while I'm sitting here. And the third one, which is the most recent that she's done, let's see if I can share this without it. It's going to be weird. That's the third one that she's done, which is my favorite so far. I thought the second one she did was my favorite. Excuse me. That's the first. I thought the first one she did was going to be my favorite, and then she did this one. And this one has been by far my favorite. But the post today is going to be detailing all of her concept art. And it dives into all of the steps that have gone along the way. We show, I don't know, it's like 6 or 8 behind-the-scenes photos of her going through the various steps on one of the images and some details on the brownie homes. So stay tuned for that. And last night we had a really killer brainstorming session, my brother and I. Finalized the world history a little bit, what's going on in the here and now to set the tone for the novel. That video should be live probably this afternoon. We'll see. Or tomorrow. Not sure when it'll go live. We'll see. But basically, we got the rest of that world story ironed out, which means now I can go in and finalize the outline for the first novel. And I have to make some changes to the races of some of the characters in the main party for the book because of some of the stuff that we discussed last night. So stay tuned for all that stuff. In the meantime, let's dive in here and go rescue Goledir. Rescue in... Is this an offensive? Yes. Let's do it at level 60 because I kind of want to do it quickly. Let's do it on easy mode.
Taken by some madness, Goledir has ventured into the rift. The air is thick with menace, and the stench of Thauerloch lingers.
The stench of Thorlock lingers. Also because I don't remember what level my skirmish dude is. He's probably only like 62. We have done well to make it this far, Telimar. But it seems that many of the evils that once dwelt here have retreated in the depths of Nur's Gashu. It may be too much to hope for our passage to remain unnoticed. What can have driven Goledir to make this dangerous journey? Has he lost all hope for the future? He has suffered so much, more than any one man should, and yet he persevered. Has he at last given in to despair? We must keep moving. Norbad is ahead. I fear what we may find there. Ah, okay. I found a weakness. Quickly, strike at it. Cauldrons on the bridge ahead are curiously unlit. These cauldrons? Oh no, the other over there. You do what you're gonna do, buddy. South. Nornor has awakened. Okay. Where to the south? Huh. I sure don't see anything around here. I found its weakness. Quickly, strike the Turek. Oh, right there. Apparently it took him a minute to get here. was a nasty dot. Alright. Apparently those don't take a lot of damage before it triggers the next. The gate to Nord is open to Goledir. A hole in the rubble ahead appears to be oozing. Okay. Look there, beyond the great pit of fire. It is Goledir. We have found him. He's banging at the door. Why have you come to this place? Speak, my friend. Lorien, stand back from the door. I've come to save you. Oh, so he's... something's wrong with his mind. He speaks of his daughter as if she still lived, Telimar. There was some great evil at work here. What has raised this madness in the mind of my mentor to cruelly seize upon the grief within his heart? What can be done about it? What is this feeling? Can you not sense it? Darkness, power. Edible. Why did Coroner just run? What has happened? Where am I? I need to sell when I get back. Excuse me. I shudder to think of what awaited Goledir beyond that door, Telimar. Erebun's dominance on the mind of my mentor was strong. What would he have seen there had he remained under the Rogmor's power? I care not to guess. Let us escape to the surface.
You have my deepest thanks for aiding me in the rescue of Goledir.
I think it best that he come with us as part of the Grey Company. It is not healthy for him to remain in this land as marked with grief as it must be for him. The wide southern lands will do him good, I am sure of it. He will be kept busy, as well we all, and I believe that be the best means of rising above grief, as he must and will.
You
All
have
right.
come a great way, and should now return to Rivendell.
Okay, back we go. I think we can fast travel straight from here. Chapter 9, The Gathering of the Grey Company.
The hills of Angmar are not friendly to the unwary.
I cannot, but I think I can from Garth Forthner. If I cannot, I shall simply recall. I always hate burning my recall if I don't have to. Stable Master, take
How
me
can
to
I be of service?
Rivendell. I should remember to check the skirmish trainer while I'm there and see what level my skirmish dude is. Ah, Rivendell, first thing in the morning. A beautiful place. Skirmish trainer, please.
How may I be of service to you?
Yeah, my skirmish dude's only level 61, so I gotta get that up. 20 is 64. We're about to take 26, so let's take it up to... I think we're good, yeah? So 22. Spending all the points I have saved up, but 'tis necessary. Alright. So my skirmish guy is trained up to 66 now.
What do you need?
I can train. Excuse me, it's the last. Ooh, I can pick another training and another personal.
Is there aught which you need?
Okay. Physical potency. Let's do that one. Train and personal. 1 more hit points is what I want. Critical chance. Block, parry, evade, block. Strong of will. Piercing might. No, which is this Battle Master? Yeah, let's go with Battle Master, I think. Alright, I'm gonna train that up to 22. Alright, back to the trainer. Manage my
What do you
traits. Make sure that those are
May I help
set.
you?
Yep, we're good to go. Alright, now we can go talk to Elrond. I forgot to share this with my Discord. We'll do that when we get to Elrond. Oh, I should sell while I'm sitting here before I
How may I be of
forget.
service to you?
You can buy all my things that I don't need. Except for this. Excuse me. Not gonna sell that. Not gonna sell that. Or that. Or that. Or that. Because those can all be sent. I think we're good with all these other things. All right. Let's share this with Discord. Oh, I can't stop yawning. Alright, let's see what Elrond has to say.
The Grey Company assembles. What dangers will they face on the road south?
If you desire to aid the Grey Company and aid Aragorn further, you may ride with them. I will tell you when all is made ready. Until that day, Telimar, go in peace and keep the safety of these lands. The way south will be dangerous.
The Dunedain have been called to fulfill their purpose in this age, to ride to the aid of their chief Aragorn, son of Arathorn. The road of the Grey Company will be fraught with peril, but they must not fail.
Maximum target level 65. Upgrade pet morale. Yes, please.
Hope is not in vain.
By your efforts, the summons was brought throughout Eriador, Telimar, and now the Dunedain have responded. Many of their number have come to Imladris, and they prepare to depart for the southern lands that they may come to Aragorn in his time of need. You will ride with them if you see fit to do so, but I have been made aware that my daughter desires to speak with you. She is at Imladrin, on the slope north of Imladris, overlooking the road that climbs up to the Misty Mountains. Up the path to the Misty Mountains. I think she's... yeah, I gotta go up here to this tower. It's not a tower, it's a... what? It's a... what do you call this? A gondolin? Really don't remember.
My own undertaking has come to an end, and its fruit waits now for a bearer.
Arwen solemnly hands you a tall staff wrapped closely with a black cloth bound with thongs. I have made this gift for Aragorn. The days are short, and it may be that our hopes will soon be ended. This standard have I made for him will fly aloft at a time of his choosing, and he will know for what he fights. May it bring courage to my Elfstone and those with whom he stands. Bring this gift and my words to Halbarad by the stables at Imladris, for he has consented to bear them both on the journey south. Oh, so Halbarad has journeyed here. Probably with all of them. Ah, that's Halbarad.
I will carry this burden on our journey.
Still love his outfit. Halbarad listens to the account of Arwen's words and gravely accepts the standard. It will come to Aragorn, though all the perils of our road lie in between. When will this standard be unfurled, I wonder, and against what sky will it be raised aloft?
All is nearly ready.
While I finish the final preparations for the departure, I ask that you speak with some of those who will accompany us south, and ensure that they are prepared for the road and rested enough for the first leg of the journey. I saw Goledir just to the northeast some minutes ago, speaking with Elrohir. Radanir was just to the east of the two of them, beneath the footbridge. Lothander is across the way, speaking to his horse Mithul. He knows a great deal about the lands through which we must pass. Ask him if he has any further information about the road which may help us move with haste. Once you have spoken with those four, find Candith by the stable's gate and speak to him about what lies ahead.
Mithul is ready for the next leg of the journey.
Indeed, his kind may be more prepared for what awaits us than the others of the company. After all, Mithul's eyes will be on the road underfoot, watching for loose stones and wind-blown branches. The eyes of the Dunedain must be out to the horizon, keeping watch for foes that may seek to slow our errand. I have spoken with Halbarad and the sons of Elrond about the road we will take, south through the Trollshaws and into Eregion, there to rest at Eregion before passing south into Enedwaith. A number of Dunlendine tribes called the area home when last I journeyed those lands. Some were friendly to outsiders, but most were not. The Dregluth, the Hebog Iluth, apparently I can't pronounce those properly, the Dregluth, the Hebogluth, they are those who would be wise not to cross, and I will do my best to ensure the great company does not entangle with them.
My horse Legimbod is rested and ready for the next leg of the journey.
His saddlebags are as light as I could make them, while still keeping the supplies we will need. Goledir takes a small pendant from one of his pockets and idly passes it from one hand to the other as he looks about the yard. This refuge has not changed in the many years since last I came here, but surely I myself must be unrecognizable. So much has happened, and so little of it good. But the ride here was a marvel, and I could feel the weight of the past falling from my shoulders with the light of the breeze upon my face. Legimbod delighted in the speed, and I delighted with him. The southward journey will do us both some good. I am ready to be off again.
My father had some curious words for me.
Elrohir gazes down the hill, deep in thought. He said the time is approaching when we can no longer hold back, when we must do more than defend against the actions of the enemy. He said that the time is coming when we may need to wager everything on a final throw, and by so doing we will have done all we can. Better a death in far-off lands in the service of a chance, however small, than death at home is a certainty. We may not return from this journey, Telimar. My brother and I are at peace with that. I hope that you and those Dunedain are as well, for I would counsel any who are not to stay behind.
I will do my duty with no complaint, and Glorrengur will do the same.
Glorrengur did not break a sweat on the short ride from Thornhead here to Rivendell. He was ready to begin even yesterday. I could say the same for myself. I returned to Thornhead to say goodbye to Elwellith, but could not find her anywhere at the camp. I admit to return this hairpin she had given me. Perhaps she feared for farewells. I suppose I did as well. We will soon set forth. Outside the gate by the stables.
Everyone is nearly ready to ride.
The Dunedain, the sons of Elrond, and Telimar, the loyal High Elf. Are you familiar with our history, Telimar? Are you going to join us on this journey? Surely to go down in the annals of the Dunedain. I would have you hear some of it if you have not already. We have some moments. Let me tell you more of our history that you may understand the weight of what we are about to do.
I have been pleased to record much of the history of the Dunedain.
Alright, let's see here. What just updated? Improved center power command. Ding! Ah, no points. Alright, well. The early years of the Third Age saw the deaths of Isildur and his eldest sons, but his line was not ended, for his youngest son was kept safely here in Rivendell. He was raised far from danger, and came to rule the North Kingdom. His descendants would not know peace, for the Nazgûl were to reappear, and the chief would wage war upon the men of the West. In the year 1974 of the Third Age, the armies of the Witch Kings seized Fornost. The North Kingdom was no more, and its ruler, Arvedui, led northward to Farochel, but there he was lost, along with the heirlooms of his people. Some of the Dunedain journeyed into the icy wastes to recover them. Do you wish to hear of their quest? Sure, why not? Talk to Candith. Okay, I thought he disappeared for a minute because I didn't see the icon. Session play.
In the year 1975 of the Third Age, a party of Dunedain, led by the brothers Lyganed and Hyador, traveled north into Forochel to reclaim the relics left behind in the flight from the wreck of Fornost.
We have come this far without incidents, Lyganed, but the road north is certain to become more dangerous. Little is known of the snowmen of Forochel, but if they are opposed to the Witch King, we will surely find them to be allies. Still, the ship-bearing Arvedui should have returned by now, and his absence fills me with worry. We must press onward, no matter what we find. The sooner we learn what has befallen the king, the sooner we may leave this cold land. There are worms on the rise ahead. Use your skills at remaining unseen and clear a path for us that we may bring the wagon up the road safely. The trade goods we bring may loosen the tongues of the snowmen as to the fate of our king. It just sounds funny, the snowmen. It's like we're fighting Frosty and the snowmen along our path. Alright. What abilities do I have here? It's a heal. Fly true. I don't care about stealth at the moment.
Lyganed's ability to remain unseen was unrivaled in the north.
Why did those abilities just disappear? I don't want to be unseen. I want to kill these. Ah, that's why. That bow attack has to be used with stealth.
Lygonid worked quickly, and soon half of the worms were defeated. Only 3 remained.
Got a cool outfit, though.
Lygonid cleared the path of the winter worms and returned to Hyardor.
I did? Okay. Very good. Now that the worms are cleared for the pass, we may resume our journey northward in a Faraka to learn what we may learn. Another animation sequence.
The small
Okay.
party continued north, coming at last to the shores of the Ice Bay.
We've come to the end of our road, Ligon. Look there, the ship that was carried the king back home lies in ruin. Wish now as you have never done before. Wish that he was not aboard the vessel when it broke apart. We cannot tarry here, though dread lies upon my heart. Hurry, Ligonid. There are people ahead, but
even
no
as
sign
they
of our
raced
king.
along the shore, they knew what awaited them. Hasika, the chieftain of that people, simply shook his head. It was not a question. The Dunedain had been expected.
the power of the Witch King is strong in winter.
Lygonid explained then to Hasika that Arvidui had a son. The line would continue.
I'm glad the Cold King had a son to continue his rule. Long may his heirs rule the faraway peoples. He spoke of great treasures and valuable things, and said they were carried upon the sea monster's back, that they could be used against the Witch King for the betterment of other peoples. But now all are lost. Nothing comes back out of the frozen water. Only the treasure he gives to me remains. Excuse me. Gave me a ring. No power, but his people would give much to have it back. Hint, hint. It must be the Ring of Barahir. It possesses no power save its value as an heirloom of the House of Isildur, but its value in how do you pronounce that word? Ancientry? Cannot be doubted. Did King Arvidu have some sense of the fate that awaited him? Surely not, but it is curious that this ring has escaped where he was unable. We have brought a great store of provisions with us. We will barter for the trade of the ring, and it will go south with us, though its master cannot.
It was in this way that the Ring of Barahir was saved. For more than 900 years, the descendants of Arvidui ruled as chieftains of the Dunedain.
We are almost there, Korogor, for good or ill. I feel that we will not find Arador our chieftain still alive, but we cannot call off the pursuit till we know for certain. The hill trolls of the Edmores make their homes here on the Troll Height, and the tracks lead into the cleft just ahead. I will climb the rise and scout the area.
In the year 2930 of the Third Age, Arador, the chieftain of the Dunedain, was taken captive by hill trolls.
These don't look like hill trolls, they're tiny little things.
Korogur and Glengon, two of his closest allies, journeyed far into the Edmores to rescue him. Korogur carefully dealt with the goblins he encountered. The goblins would long whisper of the shadow that cut down their fellows that day. The goblins fell before him, and Korogur came to the den of the hill trolls.
Well, that's not good. I wish I could break that to get into stealth, but apparently you cannot.
trolls were defeated, but it was too late. The chieftain of the Dunedain was dead.
Good morning. Gracias. Good morning. Bien, terminando mi stream. Alas, we are too late. Eredor has been slain. Curse these vile trolls. Glangan wipes away a tear and composes himself as best he may. His son Erathorn is chieftain of the Dunedain now, though he want it not, and him newly married as well. There's nothing for it, Goledir. We must return with the sad news. I pity Erathorn for the responsibility that now falls to him, but we must console ourselves with the knowledge that the line of Isildur will continue. What a sorrow if it were to end in this world. May Erathorn reach a different fate than his father. Let none come to this troll height without remembering the fate of the chieftain of the Dunedain. From this point forward, the height will be known as Eredor's End, and it will be a warning to all.
The Rangers fervently hoped that Arador's son, Arathorn, would rule long as their chief, but it was not to be. 1 year after the birth of his son Aragorn, Arathorn was slain by orcs, and his wife fled to Rivendell.
Ooh, I love Aragorn's outfit. Alright. We have been friends for many years, Tugon. We have explored the wildlands of Eriador together. Your friendship means a great deal to me. But I have said nothing for which you should be angry with me. I have told you before that I plan to adventure in the Southlands, then return when I have done deeds worthy of my father and grandfather. You cannot come with me. If I am to lead the Dunedain, needs must I perform feats worthy of that obligation. It is something I must do alone, Tugon.
In the year 2956 of the Third Age, Aragorn was about to make an important acquaintance.
What, is it Elminster? Old man on the road. What brings you to this road? The old man,
smiled with amusement.
Sorry, they have their own narrator. What you say is true. I know this because it's my business to know. I am Gandalf.
Yes, it was Gandalf. And if Aragorn in his youth spoke roughly, the wizard surely forgave him.
There are great things in store for Aragorn, your chieftain, Tugon, but he must arrive at them in his own time. It is the solemn duty of all the Dunedain to protect him, for he is descended from Isildur in the line unbroken, and one day he must rule in Gondor. But these are mighty words. The time is still far off. We all have work to do before that day comes, and not just Aragorn. And not just, well, in a small way, the wizards, but as you as well, Tugon. You will not travel with Aragorn on his journey into the kingdoms of the south, for he has made up his mind, but you still have a role to play. In friendship, you will carry it out and have victory, I am certain, for it is a weapon no servant of the enemy fully understands. Elrond has spoken to me of Gandalf the Grey, and I am ashamed I did not recognize him at first, Tugon. Still, he has warmth, though perhaps he tries to hide it. There were many things I wanted to ask, should we ever meet, and now I cannot think of any. What a chance meeting! Let us continue on to Lothlorien, and perhaps I'll remember the questions I wished to ask. Have to see if that screenshot's any good to replace the cover image for this series.
All of the Dunedain have played their parts. So it will be with us. Speak with Halbarod to see if he has any advice before we depart.
Alright.
We will all gather again for a rest at Gwingris in Eregion.
Okay. Been there in the past. But I cannot swift travel there, so this is as good a point of any. Let's see here, what time is it? It is 7:30 in the morning, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. Got to go get work done for the day jobs. About 30 minutes, the next post for Project Drama is going live on Patreon. Links are below. And again, today's post is diving into the concept art for the brownies. This is the most recent piece that Chris has done. There's multiple pieces being shown in the post. More importantly, it's the various stages of all the posts and talking a little bit more about the brownie dwellings and what we're going to be seeing from those versus elven dwellings and the wood elf forest and so on and so forth. So if that kind of stuff appeals to you and you want to know more information about what we're doing in the tabletop game and the novel, feel free to check that out. We also did the brainstorming session last night and wrapped up basically the bulk of the here and now world story, which means I can now start fleshing out the full outline for the novel. So I'll be working on that the rest of this week. Hopefully I'll have that done by, we'll see, Monday maybe. Depends on schedule between now and then. Let's see here. Oh, and then the next map making video, let me check. I gotta check real quick because I think that either goes live today or tomorrow. I will let you know post haste. What is today? Today's the 11th? Nope, the next world building video goes live tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But there is a video coming later today, probably around 10 or 11 o'clock on the Brownie 2 Dwellings. A little bit of an overview here for people who want some more information, but again, the juicy details are all in that post over on Patreon. We're going to be filming this weekend at some point, filming the next episode of the Lotro Cooking in Real Life series, which will be going live next Wednesday. I think we're going to be doing mushroom soup, or at least my version of mushroom soup. And then Sunday, we've got, let's see here, I think we've only got 2 stories left in the Bloody Knuckles anthology. Yep, Substance and Medallions of Shiva. So on Sunday, the next to last story in that goes live, and the next Monday Musings of this course is on Monday. So stay tuned for all that stuff. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, get updates when we go live with new content. I'll be back this evening, unless something comes up with my brother's ranch stuff. We'll be streaming tonight, Lord of the Rings Online, around 8 p.m. Central, so stay tuned for that. Until next time.